closing ceremonies. As always, when I start out, I just want to make sure that you can hear me okay. So let me know that you can hear me and that everything is working properly. You're going to be in the background, but that's okay. Just come on by. Oh, so you just go by one time? Yeah. Whatever you need to do. Oh, hello. Good morning from Australia. Yeah, let me know where you're watching from. That would be awesome. And I'm just checking in to make sure, again, that you can hear me. I know these are a little bit delayed, so I think we're getting some thumbs up. I think everything is sounding okay. Sound is good. Good. Okay, great. So our main thing today is we're going to take some time to just celebrate SOC Week 2023 being completed. I know you worked super hard this week, no matter what you were able to get done. I just want to celebrate you and say that you did an amazing job, even if all you managed to do was like select a yarn this week, or like locate your sock needles or whatever, pick a pattern, and you didn't get a single stitch done. That's okay. Maybe you set a really big goal and like you didn't finish it, but you still managed to work on a sock. That's also really great. Maybe you set a goal and then you met it, and then it was like Wednesday and you're like, wow, I'm gonna do even more, and like exceeded your expectations. Wherever you landed this week, remember it's just 1 week of the year and you can't predict what is going to be happening when this make along is happening. That's kind of like the one downside, I guess, of having a really super short make along, is that it's not always an ideal week. And that's okay. I hope you had fun regardless. And if you have any SOC Week products that you didn't get to use, or, you know, of course, bags, things that are reusable, that you still love them and you're excited to keep using them. I mean, I feel like you can use that stuff all year long, but especially in the summer, it's fun to have something kind of themed. So I'm going to carry on using my items too. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to pick my computer up here so I can see the chat a little bit better. But as always, let me know where you are watching from today. I see somebody from Santa Fe, New Mexico, someone in Idaho, someone in Massachusetts, Central Illinois. Hi, Eliza. Trish said, I made a sock in 24 hours. I didn't know that I could do that. That's amazing. Hi from Florida. Hi from Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Michigan, Maryland. Shelly said, I was thrilled to learn new techniques, the fish lips kiss heel, which is really awesome. Ontario, Canada. 2 people actually in a row from France, which is fun. Western New York, Washington, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Hi, Mary. There's Kent in the background, sneaking his way across here. I was going to set myself up in a different room today, but I didn't have a very strong Wi-Fi signal, so hopefully this one holds out on us for the entirety of things. I think it did okay during the kickoff, so hopefully it's good. Yeah, Catherine, Kent was sneaking past. You'll let me know if Kent is too loud, yeah? I don't know, he's going to be working on his computer back there and eating. Oh, hi from Germany and from Australia. So great to see all of you. So we're going to spend a little more time talking about how SOC Week went and just chit-chatting for a little bit. And then we're going to get into announcing prize winners. And I'll tell you a little bit more about how many total submissions we had, how many total entries we had, get into kind of talking about each of our sponsors and just thanking them again for making this week possible. I believe when I set this up, I included all the links to everything down below, just as I have before. Where you might find that useful is if you're like later on going, wait, where did I get that yarn from for SOC Week 2023? Or like, I want to buy another bag from that person or another marker from that person. This could be a place where you come back to and you're able to find those resources. If you're not already following people on Instagram, you know, they kind of show up for you. Okay, so the first thing that I want to know is, do we have any first time sock makers here? Did you knit or crochet your first sock during sock week, because we definitely want to give you a big virtual round of applause. If you have knitted or crocheted socks in the past, but this is the first time you finished a sock or finished a pair, I feel like that counts too, because I know sometimes it can take several starts to begin a new thing. So we just want to celebrate you and tell you that you did an amazing job. Let's see. Melanie said, I finished one sock for only learning to knit in March. I'm pretty happy. That's amazing. Chris said, I did 2 crochet socks in tandem and finished with plenty of time. That is super awesome. Okay. Katsina said, I made my first pair of socks and I'm wearing them now. That is amazing. I love that. Oh, hold on. It did that thing in the chat where it skipped. Shaban said, I did my first knit and first crochet sock. Whoa, that's really awesome. That's really cool that you've done that, both of them right away. So neither one are going to feel like scary, and you can just make whichever one you like, whatever mood you're in. Melanie said, not really my first sock, but it was my 5th sock ever. That's great. Katie, maybe Caddy, says first time here. Becky also first ever crocheted sock. Let's see. Kim said, I've only made 1 sock attempt before and this one is wearable. Yeah, shout out if you made your first pair of socks that fit or first sock that fits this week. That's always really exciting. Are you clapping? Oh, that kid was clapping. I was about to clap, but that was really funny. I thought he was clapping for all of our first time people. Shannon said, hi from New Zealand. First time I started and finished a sock during sock week, which is also really amazing. Katie said, I knit my first sock the week prior and my second and third during sock week. Amazing. Madeline said, I knit my first sock ever during sock week. I tried to knit a tube sock when I was 12 on double pointed needles and failed badly. This one went way better. That's super awesome. Debbie said, first time crocheting a sock. Didn't finish because of all of the restarts. But that's okay. Now you've got one going and you've learned a lot, I bet. First colorwork sock from Jasmine. That's great. And then Micah said, not my first sock, but the first time I knit 2 socks within a week. That's amazing. I love that. And I know that even if you weren't making your first sock this week, you probably had something that you did that you were proud of. So I would love for you to share that with me. Anything during the week that you accomplish, if you want to just tell us what you were if you were able to knit, crochet 1, 2, 3, whatever socks, or maybe you're wanting to celebrate yourself because you learned a new technique, or you completed something for the first time, or you just made things faster than you thought. Maybe you want to shout yourself out for just getting started and trying something scary. Even if it didn't work out, you had to rip it out or start it over. I know somebody already said first colorwork sock, so some kind of a, patterning for the first time that you're doing. Maybe you tried a new heel or a new toe, or you always knit and you tried crochet, you always crochet and you tried knitting, or a different kind of needle. I don't know, there's so many things that you may not even realize until maybe we start bringing up different small things that you might have done for the first time this week and just really showed yourself that you can continue to learn new things all of the time, and that hopefully it was fun for you. Get a drink of water. I need to get myself a table that's eye height, so I can just kind of look right here. It'd be cool actually if it was maybe above the camera. I don't know. I could think through this a little bit more. If I went live more often, then maybe I would have a really cool live setup. Maybe one day when we have a house and stuff. Okay, let's see. What are you proud of this week? Oh, you know what? I want to start. I made 1 pair of socks this week, a pair of shorty socks, the Affinity socks. Go ahead. The Affinity socks by Carrie Cogan Brown. And even though I didn't have any techniques that were totally new to me this week. I have not done mosaic knitting in a while, so that was really fun. It wasn't really something, again, that was super new to be proud of, but you know what, actually, the thing I'm proud of for my own sock week the most is that I didn't overdo it with my goal, and that I got to really enjoy each day, and I even got to knit on another project during sock week, whereas in the past I feel like all I've been able to do is my socks, and it is sock week and it is my event, but it was nice to not have to feel like, oh gosh, I'm not going to make it if I don't finish things. Also, because that added pressure of like saying something out loud that you're going to do something and then wanting to feel like you need to get that done. Okay, scrolling back, let's see what you all are proud of. Okay, Sarah said, it's my first time I made socks for myself. I've made them for family, but never on my own. Carly said it was my first time joining in Sock Week, and so did Emma. Someone said I changed my method of knitting from DPNs to circulars, then to magic loop. I'm so excited to learn these new ways. Wow, you got 3 different methods in there. Somebody said I made my first ever proper sock with a longer leg and following a pattern. Congratulations. Uh-oh. Is it getting a little frozen? Sorry if it's freezing a little bit. We have a lot of people at home working on the Wi-Fi today. Let's see. Another first timer joining Sock Week. Lori said I learned how to do German twisted cast on. Barbara said first sock during Sock Week. Judith said it was the first time I knit a pair in 48 hours. Wow, that's really fast. Melody said I've used different patterns and I've only made vanilla socks in the past. Monica said first time joining Sock Week. I think this is the fastest I've ever knit a single sock. Michaela did a new to them heel. Paula said knit 2 pairs of shorties. Made 2 more socks than last year. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for the inspiration. I crocheted my first and then second pair of socks this week. Shonda said I knit 3 socks. I had completed 1 prior, so finished 2 pairs. Somebody finished 6 socks. Wow. I was aiming for 3 socks. I ended up being able to make 5. 4 socks in 3 days. You got an itch there, buddy? This way, actually, isn't it? Toaster, what are you proud of during Sock Week? All right, bud. Nothing, I guess. Let's see. Oh, Melanie said first Fish Lips Kiss heel. Pam also learned mosaic knitting. Another first Fish Lips Kiss heel, a German short row heel. Kelly said I knit 4 socks. I knit 4 socks in a week, which was a first. That's super awesome. Ethel said I need to go on vacation next year for Sock Week. Hey, that's a good idea. I like that. Go on vacation, relax, take time off of like everyday admin, life, work, and just work on your socks. That would be really fun. Melissa said keeping up with a shawl and a tank. Oh, that's awesome. Abby said it's my first time knitting socks, and with my disability, I never thought it would be possible. Well, that's really exciting to discover. Congratulations, that is awesome. Santiago said not sock related, but I started and knit half of a Pink Fizz sweater by Andrea Mowry. Hey, you know what? You can hang out with us even if you're not making socks this week. That's totally fine. Stephanie knit 2 pairs of shorties and I just lost it. Hold on, Stephanie, let me find you again. Wait, where did I go from there? I see some of the other ones I was reading, but oh, sorry, Stephanie. I think I lost your comment. I feel like this stuff is like way out of order of what I was just reading. Okay, I don't think this is the one I was. Oh no, wait, here it is. I found it. Okay, Stephanie, knit 2 pairs of shorties and 1 vanilla sock. There we go. I found it. First time knitting a sock without having to refer to a pattern. That is a big moment, isn't it? Then you can kind of see what people mean by like how socks can just be their kind of easy knitting that they take around with them, or maybe easy crochet. I feel like it's a lot more for me, it's always a lot more to keep up with crochet because I don't have to look at my knitting, but I'm sure for crocheters it could become that way for you. Mary said, first folded cuff with a picot edge. That sounds really cute. I knitted 2 pairs of shorties. My plan was 1, but I was on sick leave, so knitting those socks helped me so much. Oh, that's awesome. I made a colorwork sock for the first time and they fit. I was nervous about the floats. First time making a cabled sock and making a sock in 1 week. First toe up sock and it actually fits. This is all super great. Yes, you should be proud of yourself no matter what, or proud if you set a goal and made the goal. It's super awesome. Okay, I'm getting back to the, oh, hold on, I want to read this one. Sophie said, I didn't finish last year, so this year I adjusted my goal, decided to make a shorty, and I finished 2 shorties. Isn't that so fun? Like sometimes when I'm with you. I'm learning from the past. I did too much last year. I adjusted it and it felt so much better this year. But I feel like sometimes when the pressure is off, you're actually able to get even more done sometimes, which is great. Oh, Toaster, lots of people were saying hi to you. Okay. First time ever doing stripes. Ooh, that's really fun. Yes, everyone, you did such an awesome job. I really mean it. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of all of us. It's such a fun week and it's a lot, but you did it. And if you're haven't had enough socks, if you still want to knit more socks, or, oh, you know what? Actually, I don't know the answer to this. Does anyone know for Kay's summer sock camp? 2 things. I should know this, but I always find that I'm like the worst make-along participant ever, so I've just stopped trying and I just try to watch other people do it. But for summer sock camp, 1, what's the end date? And 2, can you crochet or does it have to be knitted socks? I don't know the answer to that. But if you're knitting socks for sure, summer sock camp is going on. That's the Crazy Sock Lady. She hosts that. And so you can use the socks you made this week, plus any more socks you make until the end date to keep on going. Oh, it looks like summer sock camp ends August 31st. Seeing lots of people say that. So you have a whole another month and a half if you want to keep on contributing your socks to a make along. I also learned, and I shared this in the Discord with our Sock Week package, but I'm also going to talk about it more on the podcast this week, that the designer of the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, Patty Joy White, she has a Ravelry group, and every single month she does a make along for people who do the Fish Lips Kiss Heel. You could take the socks you did this week. I think it does have to be a completed pair, and submit them on her Ravelry group, and she draws a prize for $100. So that's pretty awesome. If you want to participate in that, definitely do that. You can find her group under Socks Therapist, SOX Therapist. So for those of you who are gone beyond Sock Week and you're working on your next project, what are you working on? Are you working on a mate to your sock? Are you working on something totally different? Sometimes I find I need a break after Sock Week. I need to not make socks for a while. So I am working on a hat, my Musselboro hat. I actually brought it up here because I thought I would have more time before I started, but then I just had just the perfect amount of time. So I'm working on a Musselboro hat, which is kind of like sock knitting because now I just have to do stockinette for a long time, which is great. And I'm also working on a tank top. So what are you working on now? What did you pick up after you're done with your socks, either in the evenings or after you were finished? What were you working on? And we're going to get to prizes here in just a moment. Okay, and Lori said all methods are allowed for summer sock camp. Somebody else said I'm crocheting for summer sock camp. So great. I did not know that. I wasn't sure about that, so that's awesome. Has to be a pair though for summer sock camp. Yes. Okay. And Joanne said I've been double dipping with Stephen West's secret sock along. Oh yeah, I've seen, because I'm not participating, I just love seeing the spoilers. So I've seen up through whatever clue, I think it's clue 2 is out right now. It looks pretty cool. Nobody spoil anything on here though. Let's see. Ambria's working on the West Knits super. And now I'm like super summer sock camp because I've got SSK in my head. Too many S's. Cindy said finishing up a poncho for my friend. Amy said working on the second sock. Taylor said back to the baby blanket that I need to finish before the baby shower. Heather said I need to get into gear to finish 2 baby blankets by the end of August. Whoa. Amanda said I'm catching up on the Stephen West, and now I just lost where I was again. There we go. Raquel said a secret sample knit today. Ooh, that's exciting. I'm making the 3 mates to my socks and about to start a test knit for Julie Ann. Brandy said finishing my second sock and finishing my first summer tee. I see DK Shorties as a palette cleanser. Nice. Picking up the whip I left behind for sock week. Lunar Love Shawl. What does SSAL stand for Stephen West? Is that a secret sock along? That's what it is, right? Secret sock along and a V-neck sweater. Currently working on a mate, but then I'm going back to a cardigan. Making a Tulsta tee and matching socks for my daughter. My baby's due in a few weeks, so I'm trying to finish up a baby cardigan and a few baby hats. Actually, you didn't say my baby, you just said baby. Baby's due, so maybe it's your baby. If so, congrats. Samantha said just started to make a fully wool cardigan for my boyfriend. Awesome. Jenny said, now I've started knitting socks. I can't stop. Another person working on the West Knit socks. The pressed flowers cardigan for Rhinebeck. Actually, I have Rhinebeck top of mind too. I just got my yarn today for the tessellated pullover. I ordered a kit. What day was that? I feel like it was only a few days ago. I ordered the kit and the yarn arrived today. It's so pretty. I'm just staring at it, but I'm not going to open it for a little while till I wind it up. And then I also have this really fun Barbie yarn that I think I'm going to make a dress. So I think that's going to be my Rhinebeck. I'm going to have a dress and I'm going to have a sweater. So far, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like it's early to get started because it's July, but then it's really not because sweaters and garments and things, they take a long time. But I'm probably going to wait until August to start anything. I've been thinking a lot about project planning today, if you can't tell. More socks for camp and a crochet tank top. Jess said I'm starting a muscle burrow for my retreat knitting at SSK. That's a great idea. I'm also, like, again, I'm project planning this week, and I now have 2 projects. I have the hat and the tank that are both in a place where they're just stockinette in the round, and we're going to 2 movies this week. So we're going to go see Barbie and we're going to go see Oppenheimer. That's what it's called? Yeah, I had to confirm with Kent. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready for movie knitting. I'm ready for taking a little time off this week and doing some stuff. But then I was also planning for my crochet blanket. I'm just waiting for the yarn to arrive and I'm ready to go. I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait. Okay, back to the comments. Melanie said I'm making the Follow Your Path socks by the Crazy Sock Lady. I want to make a muscle burrow hat. Crocheting lap blankets, late to the fade game, but Andrea Mowry, find your fade shawl. Oh, fun. Joanne's working on a something cozy. Winding yarn to swatch for the tessellated pullover. Oh my gosh. Ooh. I'm going to knit my first sweater next. Oh, that's really exciting. I'm going to dive headfirst into my first colorwork and first sweater, a bunny sweater for my 1-year-old son, Sullivan. Oh, that sounds really cute. Anyone who is needing to start a second sock, like your mate, I would say don't go too long without casting it on. You don't have to work on it, but just start it so that it's ready, or it's really hard to start it again. Anyone else suffer from that second sock syndrome? That can really, really help. Actually, somebody just said, I'm currently making my sock week's mate. The first one is feeling really lonely. Definitely. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, my comments just jumped, so that seems like a good place to come to the current. Barbara said, I'm working on a mate to the sock I made this week. My whips are Grannies in a Row socks. Oh, that sounds cute. Stephen West Carl, and a pair of vanilla socks. Oh, nice. I wanted to participate this week, but my sock mojo was not happening. I also got distracted with casting on a Felix cardigan, and that's okay. That's the risk we have with a 1 week make along, and it's totally fine. I'm glad you're still here and getting to hang out with us. Catching up on my temperature blanket. Oh no, you've been ignoring it during sock week. That's funny. I know, it feels like kind of like coming up for air after the make along week, but it's kind of fun to do that. Like, it's kind of fun to just like really focus on something and like see what can be done when there's kind of a main focus for the week. It's really nice. Okay. Who wants to hear about our prizes? You know what I want to do real quick though, before I do announce the prize winners, is just, I want to give a quick thank you to each of our sponsors. So let me pull up my list here. Perfect. So this year, Sock Week 2023 was the biggest sock week that we've had. It was our 5th sock week, and it was the biggest in terms of how many sponsors that we had. I don't know if it was the biggest in terms of how many submissions we had for socks, because to be honest, I just haven't kept track of how many we've had each year, but it's definitely like on par with our other years, if not maybe bigger. But I'm really just excited and proud of the sponsors this year. We had the most yarn dyers we've had in the past is 3, and that was last year. I think prior to that we just had 2 per year. We had 4 yarn dyers this year, and we had 2 in the US, 1 in Europe, and 1 in Australia, which was a first time for us. We had 3 people making markers, and they were also spread out in the US, Canada, and in the UK. We had some unique items this year with our custom sock soap, our custom sock journal, and the sock ruler, which you guys really liked and bought up a ton of those. You loved those. We also had a beautiful candle, and I think those are from our 13 sponsors. And then the other thing that was really exciting that we had for the first time this year was 2 designers contributing patterns. So you may have seen my affinity socks. Oh my gosh, I almost hit myself in the face. My affinity socks, which was the little cute little like looking kind of like shark teeth. And then Emily's shark bite socks, which were in knit and crochet, which was super cool. So if you didn't get to work on those during sock week, they're still going to be available. The sponsor products, if they are still available, a lot of them are already sold out or closed their shops. They will be retiring on July 24th. They may not come back. It's up to the sponsor, but if they do come back, they won't come back until next June. That will be the earliest they can come back. So they're retiring, some for good and some for at least 11 months. But our patterns will continue to be available. Those belong to the designers, and so they will continue, and you don't need to worry about them like not being available. But go ahead and grab them while you're thinking about it. So let me just run through them really quickly, just saying a big thank you to all of these sponsors. So we had Cesium Yarn here in the US, also Rising Tide Fiber Co. here in the US. We had Nicole C. Mendez in Germany, Obsession Yarns in Australia. Those were our 4 dyers. Then we had Cottontail Farm. They made those small yarn pockets, which I think y'all bought all of the Sock Week ones and all of the other ones. So I don't know if there's any available right now, but that is a product that they make year round. We had Stolen Minutes for our gorgeous project bags. The last time I shared, there were a couple project bags left. I don't know if there still are, but you might want to go check the Stolen Minutes website, because there were less than like 3 of each of them the last time I checked, and those will be it. So go and check. We had amazing hand stitch markers from Baubles and Berries out of the UK. We had our Grizzly Knits beaded markers from out of Canada, and then we had our polymer clay markers with the little socks on them from Simply Serving. We also had our sock soap from Stitchery & Co. I still have to block all 4 pairs of my socks, or all 5 pairs of my socks, so I can't wait to crack those open and use those. We had our Sock Week journal from Mandy of Mad Cow Mandy. and our sock ruler from Twice Sheared Sheep. And then we had our patterns from Carrie Cogan Brown, who is Wool Dashery, and Emily of Crochet Creations. And of course, last but not least, we had our logo and our fabric, which was also a new item this year to get custom fabric, which was really cool. I have on a logo shirt, but it has the knitting, the Love and Stitches logo on the front, has the Sock Week one on the back. I don't know if I can turn around enough to show you that right now because I'm like, there's a couch right here. But the t-shirts and stuff, they're going to be around until July 24th, which is next Monday, and then they are going away for good. They're not coming back. They are just gone. The fabric is available at Pencils and Parsley Spoonflower. Again, all these links are down below. And it is also available through the 24th, but you can now get all of the colors. So there's pink fabric, blue fabric, white fabric, and like a tangerine color. Okay, I think that's everyone. Did I forget anybody? I hope not. I think those were all of our amazing sponsors. Let me just check and see if there's any questions. I saw somebody ask, is there anything left? So I think there are some bags. I know for sure that Baubles and Berries, who makes the hand embroidered stitch markers, has an open order, a made to order. So Ode is going to be taking orders through the 24th, and then they will close. So you can order more markers. And then, yes, the t-shirts and cups and stuff from my shop are still available until next Monday, and the fabric is still available. Other than that, I will let you know on Instagram if there's anything else left. Lori, you made the mate to your 2020 sock this year. That's so funny. I love that. Yes, any sponsors in the chat? Okay. Yarn Pocket shop update is coming soon, according to Chris. Okay, that's great. And Brandy said, I saw the rulers were back in stock today on the Twice Sheared Sheep Instagram. I don't think they're the Sock Week ones, but they do always sell those sock rulers. So yes, logo merch is still available. Oh, you made PJ shorts with your Sock Week fabric? Okay, I'm just going to ask this right now because I have not seen, one person I've seen, and this was on a Zoom, I saw what they made from their Sock Week fabric, and it was a beautiful project bag. So if you made something with your Sock Week fabric, will you put it on your Instagram stories and tag me, because I want to see it so badly. I want to see what you all have made, and I just haven't seen a lot of it. I know it's getting purchased, but it's so cool that you're making things from it. I love that. Okay, that was all of our sponsors. So now we are actually ready for our prizes. And I have 24 prizes to give away, I think. And it was fun when I was pulling the prizes. So the way, everyone filled out their form. I take everyone's entry, and then I add up all your bonuses, and then, what goes from a single entry goes to be like 4 to 6 to some people had like 12 entries, and then I do a random number generator to pick the winners, and then I have to do a little bit of shuffling sometimes because the shipping may not align with the prize that I matched you with, so I may just do like a quick swap. And the last thing I did, and I think I did this for everywhere where it's relevant, there's 2 of our sponsors that are giving away the Sock Week 2023 specific item as their prize. So I did try to check and see if you already had that in your prize form and made a swap for at least one person. So I did my best to get you, not only be super fair with the prizes, but also try to match you with something that I thought you might not already have. All of the prizes are going to be something that you like, but try to get you something that you don't already have. So fingers crossed. If you are a winner, I'm really thirsty, guys, sorry. If you are a winner, that was just water. Ugh. You do not need to do anything. I have already set up an email that is going to come to you tomorrow morning, and all you need to do is wait for that email, please. Wait for that email to come. Spit water all over myself. And then reply to that email. So you're going to get an email that it's going to come from me. It's going to be with the sponsor copied on there. And I just ask that you reply all to the email with the relevant information. Most of the time, it's just going to be your name and address. It's super easy. Sometimes you might have to pick something like if it's a choice of a colorway or choice of a bag or something like that, you'll have to let us know what that is. But hopefully we can get everyone matched with their prizes this week and get them shipped off to you so you can be enjoying them as soon as possible. So each of our sponsors have donated 2 prizes and they will be coming directly from them. But again, wait for an email from me tomorrow morning. All right. Oh, hey, Kat. I'm so glad you're here. All right. Let's get into our winners. And this is going to take me a second because I actually pulled all of the photos or all of the links for our winners' socks. So I want to kind of show them to you. It's going to be on my computer. It's not going to be super great photo quality, but I thought it would be fun and like a more fun visual to share in like what people have made this week, since you can't actually show me what you made here in YouTube. So I thought that would be fun. All right, prize number 1. This prize is from Cesium Yarn. It is Pride Yarn from Cesium Yarn and includes 5 stitch markers from Twin Mountain Crafts. This yarn, actually don't know the full story on this yarn, if it's was something that was available earlier this year or if it's something that is continued to be available. But the next thing from Cesium Yarn, I'm pretty sure is upcoming. So just FYI, you can shop our sponsors with the links down below. So the winner of this prize is Najiri. I think that might be how you say your name. Najiri Sims. Your Instagram is NJArtist14. And I'm going to, hold on, I don't have these in the same order. I want to pull up your socks that you made for Sock Week because they're so pretty. Let me see what the name of this is. This colorway is called Poolside. Okay, again, this is not going to be the most, oh yeah, actually you can see that pretty well. Isn't that pretty? These were the socks that the winner made, and that's called Poolside. Maybe we'll all find some more dyers too if I share all of them. This is from Leon Alexander Yarns. And I thought that was really pretty. So again, you do not have to do anything. You're gonna get an email from me tomorrow and then you can send in your address. So please just wait for that email in case you're watching right now or watching later tonight. And they made vanilla socks on Magic Loop by the Crazy Sock Lady. That was just one. We got at least 23 more to go. Okay, our next one. This prize is also from Cesium Yarn, and it is the Halloween Big Finale box. It includes 3 mini skeins plus 1 full skein, and it will get to you before Halloween. I think this one is part of a set. This sounds really, really cool. Y'all definitely need to go check out other things from Cesium Yarn. But I think it's like something that you get every so often because it's a murder mystery theme. So the winner will be getting it a little bit earlier, I think, than everybody else. So you can open it and like just keep it a secret, or you can wait and like play the murder mystery. Again, I don't fully understand exactly how it works, but it sounds really cool. And this is going to be a really fun prize. So the winner of this one is Stacy Hartnett. Your Instagram is Stacy Does Knit. And I'm going to pull up your socks, Stacy. They are Patons Croy in a drift. Let me pull up a bigger picture. And they're a really fun stripy pattern, just like that. Do we have any winners here yet? We've had 2 people so far. I really hope there's somebody here that's a winner. That'd be super fun. The first winner's there? Yay, congratulations. I'm off my screen on my computer where I can see the comments, so I'm just gonna keep going because we've got a lot of prizes to give away. Okay, our next winner, actually our next 2 winners, it's the same prize. It is from Rising Tide Fiber Co. You will get to choose a 100-gram skein from all of the in-stock colorways. It will be your choice of what is available right now from Rising Tide Fiber Co. So the first person to win this is Shelly Craft. I don't have an Instagram for you, but I can pull up your socks. So hold on, Shelly. Your Ravelry username is SA Craft, and you called these the Berry Pop socks. They're really cute. It's sun-soaked yarn. Oh, the colorway is called Berry Pop, which is really fun for summer. These are, oh my gosh, hold on, wait. These are Shelly's socks. Aren't they cute? Oh yeah, you're here. Congratulations. Again, I'll be sending all of our winners an email, so hold tight. You'll get it in the morning. I have them all scheduled to send at the same time, so nobody's like, wait, you didn't email me. It looks like you did the Sockmaticians Toe Up socks, and this is sun-soaked yarn Berry Pop. And then we have a second person winning the 100 gram skein from Rising Tide Fiber, and that is Colleen Rodriguez Lucas, and your Instagram name is CollyWally42. I also have your socks, so let me pull them up. We have quite a few people, actually quite a few winners that used Rising Tide. So actually, I'm glad you like Rising Tide Fiber Co. because Colleen, you're getting more of it. You get, huh?
Shelly's there.
Shelly's there. Okay, good. Oh, Colleen's here too. Yay! So you get to pick a different color. You're not the same color, but these are really cute. I like your little stripes. Those turned out super cute. We have quite a few winners that used this yarn, and I think every single person's socks are slightly different. It's really fun to see the same yarn used in different ways. So this is very exciting. All right, so we got 4 winners so far, and I will be emailing you in the morning to get your address. You can just bask in the glory for now. Let's move on to our next, I'm gonna do actually this next set of people all together too. So our next winners are going to be getting prizes from Nicole C. Mendez, and each of you are going to be getting the Sock Island sock set, which was our Sock Week 2023 colorway. This is one of them where I did go through and look at your form submissions to see if you had knit or crocheted with this yarn, and you didn't. So I'm hoping that means you don't already have the yarn too, because you might have used that for Sock Week. So we have 4 people winning this in various bases and colors. So the first person is going to win the Sock Island sock set in Strong Sock with a pink mini. And that person is Anna L. L'Espérance, I think is your last name, and your Instagram is Vinny451, and your socks were these shorty socks. It looks like you used your own pattern and maybe even scrappy. I don't see a yarn on here, but they kind of look like no-show socks. Those are really cute. And again, that was, going back and forth here, that was Anna. The next person is going to get the same thing, Sock Island sock set in the Strong Sock base, but with a blue mini. And that is Janine Pamalis. And your Instagram name is Knit Nini. And let's see what your socks look like. I've already checked all of these, I promise. I just don't remember every single person's. Oh yes, okay. So Janine, yes, we're on Janine. Janine knit the Affinity Socks by Carrie Cogan Brown with Knit Picks and Patton's Croy. Oh, that's really pretty. I don't know if it's coming across much on the computer screen, but the darker color has a lot of like variation to it. Looks really, really cool. Okay, and again, I'm gonna be emailing you. Yay, you won! I love it. Okay, next person, we're still on Nicole C. Mendez. This person is gonna get the Sock Island sock set in Soft Sock with a pink mini. And this winner is Mary Hebda. Your Instagram is Peace Love Knit Socks. So I think you must like socks. I hope you like making socks. And your socks that you made for Sock Week are called the Old Glory. Maybe that's what the colorway is, I think. Very patriotic. It's pretty cute. The little stripes and the blue with the white in it. Those turned out super cute. And good timing for July. And then we have one more, Nicole C. Mendez. This person is getting the Sock Island sock set in soft sock. Yeah, tongue twisters, I know. With a blue mini. And this winner is Antonia Ipscamp. I'm probably not saying that right, but your Instagram is Annis Yarns, Ann is Yarns. And your socks, hold on, let me find you. Here you are. Oh, you know what? I might have to do a quick thing. I think I checked the wrong person because it looks like you already have this yarn. Hold on. Ken, I might need you to come over here and stall.
Oh no.
Because I need to make a quick little swap with somebody. You want to come talk?
Okay.
I thought I had checked everybody, but I might need to make a quick switch here. Yeah. Kent, can you come entertain us for a minute?
Yeah.
Here, I'll give you something to ask everybody. I have some questions ready. Kent's gonna come take over, be nice to him. I'm gonna go make a quick switch real quick. Are you coming?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, we're gonna have to make a noise while I get this out of my t-shirts. Okay, oh, you hold this for a second, I lost the thing. Here we go. Okay, clip that to you. And why don't you ask them this about for the events.
Okay.
And I'll be right back. Okay. Going this way.
Okay. Hey everyone. Yeah, so we'll just do a quick question then. For next year for Sock Week, what kind of events would y'all like to see? It's not that hot in Tennessee right now. It's actually, oh, hold on. Well, it says it's 90, but it doesn't feel like 90. Sock expert panel, game night. Lots of game nights. Knit together night. What kind of game night would you guys like? I mean, it can be based off of a game show. Meet the sponsors. Bingo. I do like bingo nights. Lots of bingo. Knitting, crochet, history, useless facts. I have a whole thing about that. We could all rent a place together if we can find somewhere that can host us all. Yeah, I am in charge now. It's Sock Week with Kent. Nitty Kenty.
They probably can't hear you. It's so far away from your mouth.
I talk really loud. I'm gonna go this way.
Why?
I'm gonna go back around.
Okay. Thank you, Kent, for helping us out while I fixed my mistake that I made earlier. Okay, so I don't know if Antonia's here, but, oh, you could hear him. Okay, good. He was holding it so far away. It didn't seem like you could hear him. I always tell Ken he's so quiet. Okay, so Antonia, if you are here, I didn't realize that you had knit with the Nicole C. Mendez yarn, so I have swapped you with somebody else who did not work with the Nicole C. Mendez yarn. So everyone, forget that you heard that. And oh, Kent, will you keep looking at what everyone's saying for the events though? Oh, yeah. Maybe you can write those down for me. That would be great. Oh, host a retreat. Oh my gosh. I've thought about that, but it sounds very stressful. Yes, thank you, Kent. I didn't even say thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so backing it up, we have a swap for our last Nicole C. Mendez yarn, the Sock Island set soft sock with the blue mini, not Antonia. If you watch this or watch this later, you're gonna be like, what is happening? Instead, I have selected Ashley Mullins. Your Instagram is Books for Nerds, and let me find your socks. Please don't be. I'm pretty sure I did this right this time. Ashley, yes, these definitely are not the Nicole C. Mendez socks. These are really, really cool. These look like kind of like the paint box socks by Wendy. What is Wendy's Ravelry? Oh my gosh, warm stripes, I think. These are super, super cute. So Ashley, you're the winner of that Nicole C. Mendez yarn. Okay, let's go on to our next sponsor. Spoiler, the winner is Antonia. I swapped you. Very warm stripes. Oh, hey, Bree. Very warm stripes. That's right. Okay, Antonia, here's what you're going to win instead. Oh, yay, Ashley. You're on here. That's so exciting. Okay, so this is what you are winning. Our next two prizes are from Obsession Yarns. And you are the winner of 2 skeins of iris on the sock yarn base. And I'll try to pull a color of that when I send you the email. But you'll be getting 2 skeins of iris from Obsession Yarns out of Australia. And now let's pull up your socks. Here we go. Antonia knit the vanilla socks on Magic Loop by Crazy Sock Lady with the Nicole C. Mendez yarn, which turned out super, super cute. Love self-striping, so much fun. I need self-striping yarn dyers to apply for Sock Week next year because it's just too much fun not to include a self-striping yarn, right? It's just so much fun. Okay, next up we have another prize from Obsession Yarns. This one is really cool. This is 2 skeins of a custom dyed colorway specifically for the winner. So you'll be able to talk to Marie of Obsession Yarns more about that. And the winner of this really special prize is Bree Barnes. And your Instagram is Knits and Crochets in V. And let me pull up Bree's socks. Here we go. This yarn is Fuzzy Peach Fibers Luminaries, which is a really pretty colorway. Yeah, no way, you're here. There we go. That's showing the color a little bit better. Beautiful pair of socks. Congratulations. And thanks everyone for continuing to congratulate everybody for the prizes. I hope you just had fun this sock week. I hope the prize is just like a cherry on top of a fun week. It's really fun to do these prizes, but it's also very hard because not everyone can win. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you. While we're like a third of the way into our prizes, we had 1,388 people submit a sock for Sock Week. Maybe that's not how many people, but that's how many socks were submitted. That's how many submission forms went in. When expanded for all of the bonus entries from using sponsor yarns and the like, my fan was knocked over, it wasn't even on me. Once we expanded it, we went from 1,388 submissions to almost 5,000. We have 4,903 total submissions, total entries. So that is a lot of people. So if you are winning something today, it is a very small chance. So you should definitely be very excited. Okay, let's go on to our next person. I know it's a lot of socks. We made a lot of socks this week. And that's only the people that submitted things. I mean, I'm sure there were other socks that were either just not submitted or maybe partially done or most of the way done that just didn't get into the form. So it's a lot of socks. Okay, our next two prizes are from Cottontail Farm. This is another Sock Week item. One person will be winning the Sock Week 2023 Yarn Pocket in blue, and the other person will be winning the Sock Week 2023 Yarn Pocket in white. So you're going to be the last two people ever to get these things. I did check to make sure that you didn't say that you used this for your Sock Week entry, so I'm crossing my fingers that this time I did it correctly. So let's go first with the winner of the blue yarn pockets. The winner is Jen Keeler. Your Instagram is Jen Likes Yarn, and your socks, oh, very pretty. Your socks were the Enchanted colorway from Obsession Yarns. You took such nice photos. I feel like it's so hard to take pictures of your own feet, and you did a really, really great job. That's beautiful. I actually can see in your pictures, and I think I do remember checking that you have the Stolen Minutes bag, so now you're going to have the Cottontail Farm bag too. You're going to complete your collection. And then the winner of the white, oh, where were we? The white yarn pocket is Christine Horowitz, and your Instagram is ChristineH0311. And your socks are the Affinity socks in Rising Tide Fiber. Actually, this is great. It looks like you also have the Stolen Minutes bag. Oh, I'm glad you're liking seeing the socks. I'm hoping this makes it more fun and you're not just like, I didn't get a prize. I have to listen to all these prizes. I didn't get one. But you're going to also get a Cottontail Farm yarn pocket, so you will have completed your collection. Oh, I just noticed. Let me see if I can point and show this. Can you see at the bottom here, the little subtle stripes right there before the toe? I like that a lot. That's really cute. That wasn't part of the pattern, or if it was, I missed it in my own. I didn't see it, but I really like that detail. That's very, very cute. And again, that was Christine. Yay! You're getting inspiration, yay, from seeing the photos. I am so, so glad. Okay, we are moving on to prizes from Stolen Minutes. All right, we have two winners. Each are going to be able to select either a small or medium project bag, and you will get to choose from the in-stock option. So just in case you're coming in right now, I'm going to be sending all of the winners an email tomorrow morning. You'll just reply to that email, reply all, because I'll have the sponsor on there as well. And you'll let us know any of the relevant information. So your address, of course, your full name, and then if you have to make a choice, you'll send us your choice. So this, I believe, is the medium project bag. I'm pretty sure I have the small one tucked away. So you'll get to choose between medium and small of any of the in-stock options. So the first winner from Stolen Minutes is Terry Farlow, and your Instagram is Terry's Creative Life. Let's see your socks here. Here we go. Okay. Oh, actually, I see somebody who might have made a bag out of the fabric. You used Nicole C. Mendez yarn. It looks like you made the Fairground socks from Kay Jones. which is a really nice lacy pattern. Might not be coming up because I'm doing screen to screen here, but that looks really cute, and it looks like you made a little project bag there out of the pink Sock Week fabric, so that's really, really cute. And now you'll be getting a project bag from Stolen Minutes. Yeah, are you able to, here, I'll do it real quick. Somebody being weird on here. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. It has moderator powers. You're the best. You might be able to, like, let's see, remove. I also removed them. Oh my God, hold on, wait. Report? I mean, what do you want to see on my OnlyFans? My socks? And remove? Can I do that? He's gone? Okay. He's back. Put in timeout. Okay, Amanda, will you just stay on top of that? Thank you so much. Okay. We saw Terry's socks, right? We're back to our second Stolen Minutes winner. We're not going to let somebody keep us down for Sock Week. All right, so you will also get to choose between a small or medium project bag from Stolen Minutes from all the in-stock options. And this winner is Wendy Butera. And your Instagram is WendyB315. My only socks. Oh my gosh. That's actually really funny. I love it. Let's see. I'm getting so like, I've been looking at this computer with this spreadsheet for a little while now, so my eyes are already crossed, and now I'm like, this is making me laugh. So let's see if I can keep it straight to get through the rest of the prizes. Okay, so Wendy made the Shark Bite socks by Emily Crow and used Rising Tide fiber. And these look super, super cute. So Wendy, you'll be able to choose a Stolen Minutes project bag, and I will be emailing you tomorrow. All right, next up, we are on to our marker, stitch marker sponsors. The first one is Baubles and Berries, and each person is going to get to choose one set of stitch markers from the in-stock options, but you will also get to choose which fastenings you want. So if you want just the like lobster claws or just the close ring markers or a combination, you should be able to choose that. Our first winner from Baubles and Berries is Megan Cameron, and your Instagram is Megan D Makes. And let's see what socks that you made. Let me find Megan. There you are. All right, so Megan made some socks from Biff Sugar Yarn. The colorway is Sea Urchin, which is really fun, and the pattern is called Petty Harbor. Let me get a close-up. It's like a nice texture pattern there. Those are really pretty, Megan. He's back again. So if you're not being entertained by the socks, at least you can be entertained in the comments, huh? I don't understand why it's not working for me to like click the, yeah, you can report, but I removed him and it didn't work, so I don't know. Whatevs. All right, on to the next sock. Okay, the next winner from Baubles and Berries, you're also going to get to choose a set of stitch markers, and this winner is Amy Baldwin, and your Instagram is The Knitting Friend. And let's see your socks, Amy. Here we go. Okay. This person also used mermaid. This person also used Rising Tide Fiber Co. and knit the Mermaid Avenue socks by Summer Lee. I really love this pattern. Look at how fun it is. It's like mermaid scales. See, isn't it cool to see one yarn in so many different patterns and how fun it can look in all of them? I think somebody also did, or I'm blending it together in my head, but the Obsession Yarns colorway with this pattern, and it's just so cool. This pattern is Mermaid Avenue Very, very, very cool. Congrats, Amy. Yay, you're here. I love it. Okay, next up we are going to Grizzly Knits. Oops, sorry, my foot just pulled on the mic. There we go. Hopefully it's still working okay. Grizzly Knits, the first winner is going to get a progress keeper in your choice from in stock options. And that winner is Christina Hill. Your Instagram is Herd of Hills. And Christina, here you are. Christina's socks are also Rising Tide fiber. It's just so funny that this happened, like this set of people like happen to have so many Rising Tide fiber co. You did something really fun with your stripes. Let me see if you followed a pattern. String of Lights by Lindsay, who is Sock Witchery that we got to interview with if you were in the package. And look how fun your stripes came out. What a fun idea to do with yarns that come with 2 mini skeins. I think that turned out super, super cool. And then again, the String of Lights pattern. And then our second winner from Grizzly Knits will get a full set of progress keepers and stitch markers in your choice from the in-stock options. And this winner is Carrie Imboden, and your Instagram is Carrie Imboden 1997. And let's see, Carrie, your socks here. Oh, this is exciting because we have a pair of crocheted socks, and it looks like you are making the Shark Bite socks by Emily Crow with Obsession Yarns. These turned out really, really pretty. I like how you made them like shorty socks. That's really, really cute. Oh, Carol asked, will I show all of the socks later? Like all of the ones that were submitted or the winners? Because the answer might be no to both. I will definitely not be able to show all of the socks that were submitted because there were over 1,000 submissions. I'm probably not going to show the winner's socks again just because we have them here. So I'm probably not going to share them on Instagram. I might do something where I tag people on Instagram, but since I'm reaching out via email, I think I might just keep it here just to keep things easier and have one space to contact everybody. Okay. Next up, we have Allison of Stitchery & Co. And each of our winners for Stitchery & Co. are going to get to pick any of the ready-to-ship items in the Stitchery & Co. shop. You can pick an enamel pin, a needle minder, a sock soap, embroidery scissors, etc. How is this person continuing to make those accounts? Do you see them?
Yeah.
I feel like hi. I feel like you know me or something and you're just like doing this and making lots of accounts. So thank you for so much attention. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's go with our 2 winners for Stitchery & Co. We're almost there. The first winner is Kate. Oh, these are fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these are the Shark Bite socks by Emily Crow out of Cesium yarn, and then you used a Hedgehog Fibers mini, which was a really bright green, and these colors go together super, super well. So here is, let me go back. This was Kate, right? I think so. Yes. So these are Kate's socks. And they turned out super, super cute. That color is so fun with these. And then our next winner for Stitchery & Co. is Kristen Maynard. And your Instagram is Chris May Knit. Kristen. And your socks are the Turkish bed socks. And the colorway says Seafoam Green, although I'm not sure what the yarn is. So those are really cool. Another pair of shorty socks. Yay, Terry! Yes, you are a winner. So exciting. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. I will also let you know that I have one sponsor that I am waiting to get the final prizes from. So those will be 2 additional winners. So I'll be contacting you directly, and that is for Simply Serving. So I didn't skip them. I'm just waiting to get the final word on their prizes. So let's go next to Mad Cow Mandy, and each of our winners for Mandy's shop are going to get a choice of a custom journal. So there are other journals that are like sock journals, then they're just like general knitting journals. So they're really fun, can be really fun to choose from. So our first winner from Mad Cow Mandy is Jenny Kane, and your Instagram is me about yarn, and I'm probably not reading that the way it's intended to be read, but let's see Jenny's socks. You used the Obsession yarns and knit the Mrs. Weasley's Family Socks by a Homespun House. That turned out super cute. Lovely. Super pretty. And then our next winner for your choice of journal from Mad Cow Mandy is Caitlin Hata, and your Instagram is Katie K Knits, and your socks, Rising Tide Fiber Co. The Affinity socks, and they came out super, super cute. It actually looks like your yarn almost did like a stripey kind of thing. I'm guessing just because of your stitch count and gauge. It's really cool. Yeah, now you have to check the pattern out, right? Getting lots of pattern ideas tonight. Okay, 2 more. What are you laughing at, Kent? Oh, they're here. They're still there. Do you have anything else to say? Like, do you want to ask about socks? I can tell you what my favorite heel is. Anything I can actually help you with. Okay, 2 more winners. Ready? Okay, these 2 winners are going to get a prize from Dawn of Twice Sheared Sheep. This is the same person we were talking about that does the sock rulers. So the first winner is going to get a choice of row counters. And let's see, you'll get to choose, I guess, row counters that are available on their site. I think the row counters are those cool, like, beaded things. I'll have to see if Dawn sent me a link for you to choose from. But that winner is Jen Libero, and your Instagram is Jen No. And let's see, Jen, your socks are, oh, cute. It's really funny. Your socks are chromatic yarns, and your colorway is Sea Hag, which is a funny colorway name, but it's a beautiful color. Look at that. It's got little flecks of green in there. It's really, really pretty. Very, very nice. And then our final winner tonight is going to win the Chubby Sheep Trinity bag. I have a picture of this one. I do have a link for this, which looks like, oh, hold on. Stop it. All these things are coming up. It looks like this. It's got these cute little sheep and like a faux leather bottom. It's really cute. It's also on the shop right now, so if you want to go get one. But the winner of this bag is Camilla Whittegren. And I don't know if this is actually your Instagram name, so I'm not going to read that out. I think that might be something else. But let's look at your socks, Camilla. Another pair of Affinity socks. And it looks like, hold on, I didn't see the yarn. It looks like you used a Homespun House and Coop Knits to make your Affinity socks. Super, super cute. So congratulations to everyone. And again, I'll be sending you an email tomorrow morning. Just reply all back to it with the relevant information. And we're gonna get those prizes off to everyone, hopefully this week. I might still have 2 more people that I'm reaching out to after I hear back from our last sponsor. So that's all the prizes. I have one more thing that I wanted to ask you about before we close out tonight. But if you do have any more questions, I have not been looking at the chat as I've been reading the prizes. So if you don't mind asking your question again, that would be really great. That would help me out a lot. If your question is, do I have an OnlyFans? It's not. Yes, we're gonna keep banning you because you're not asking good questions. Ask good questions. So let me get back to what I was going. Let me make sure I got everything. Yes, perfect. Okay, so I shared this on Instagram today, but we will definitely be having a Sock Week 2024. It's probably going to be around the same time as it was this year, so in the middle of July, so you can just kind of, you know, make some plans accordingly. If there's anything that you would like to see for next year that if you want me to see it and remember, you can send me an email because that's the best way to reach out to me. I have my email on my Instagram. I have my email on my YouTube. There's usually like a button you can click, but it's just natalie@nittynatty.com. You can send me your ideas if you want to see something like, I don't know, you want to see a specific dyer, you want to see a specific event, you think it would be a cool idea to have, I don't know, we did one event prior to Sock Week this year. Maybe you want to see Sock Week be 2 weeks long. I don't know. We started out with Sock Week being matched up to the Shark Week Discovery Channel deal, and we've gone away from that. So I think it's safe to say we don't need to be like super strict on the dates and everything. I'm open to changing things up a little bit. We've done this for 5 years in a very similar way. So if you're looking for something a little different, let me know. I'm definitely planning to have just as many yarn options, bag options, stitch marker options. If you are somebody who makes those things, in a couple of months, I can't say exactly when I'm going to be doing this, but I'm hoping to do it before the end of the year. I'm going to have a Google submission form just the same way that I did it this year, and you'll be able to submit all your info and ideas via that form. And then I will have a button on there this year that you can check that you applied for 2023, because I do want to give people who like tried to be sponsors this past year another chance to come in and be sponsors. And so I'll be like looking at everyone's information in that way, trying to give as many people a chance. We won't have any of the same people again this year. I always like to have new people come into Sock Week and share new ideas and share new shops with you. That's like the most fun thing about it, is just to share so many different things. So I'm really excited to do that. All right, let me just see if I missed anything. And again, if you have any last questions, I'm happy to answer those. Yes, we're all only socks fans. Oh, it's so funny. I see a lot of people saying congratulations to all the winners and just a thank you. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for just your like amazing attitude and everything during this whole week. It's been really, really great. You know what? I do normally have the chat on subscribers only. I think this live was set up the same way. I could have missed checking that box, but I will definitely be making sure I have it that way in the future. Maybe I'll put a time constraint on it for a little bit longer. Usually I have like, you know, you only have to be subscribed for like a matter of minutes. So I can try that. Denise asked, can you talk a bit about your membership? So if you enjoyed the Sock Week events, if you're part of the events package, the membership is kind of like that, except not as many events in 1 week. I would say about the same number of events spread out over a month or two. We usually have 3, like a minimum of 3 events per month. Sometimes it does We do have more, just depending on what's going on. Our membership has a few core components. We have a Discord community, which is a chat community we also use for Sock Week, where it's just, open 24/7. We have a lot of different categories of things to talk about, basically just an organized place to chat. We have make-alongs that change every single term. A term is 4 months long. We have events, which are Zoom events. Sometimes they're interviews, sometimes they're workshops, sometimes they're just getting on and chit-chatting. It just depends on what we're doing for those months. And then we also have member-led Zooms. So if you're looking for a space just to hop on, oops, sorry, my phone is dying. We have enough time to finish, but if you're looking for a space to just hop on and chit chat with maybe 5 to 10 people at a time, sometimes they're a little bigger, sometimes they're a little smaller. We have 20 plus of those per week that are led by members, and you just get on Zoom and chat or get on Zoom and listen. I think those are our main components. Oh, we also have swaps. We have somebody now, actually Amanda, who has been deleting these messages along with Kent. Amanda is our swap coordinator, and so now that we have somebody in place that their sole membership role is that, we have quite a few swaps coming up in this next term. So the membership opens August 1st. It will be only open until we fill our 100 new member spots, and then it will close. Last time we opened was April, and we filled up in 1 day. So if you really are serious about getting into the membership, make sure you sign up for the wait list. And I'm going to have a link for that. I have it in my Instagram bio already, but I'm going to have it in the description of my podcast this week too, for the next couple of weeks since it's coming up. I think that's everything about the membership. Let's see, were there any more questions? Oh yeah, I hope you liked the patterns for this week. Carrie, who designed the Affinity sock, is on here and just said, thank you to everyone who purchased the Affinity socks pattern. I was blown away by your support. Ashley said it would be fun to have local yarn stores carry the sponsor yarn and host meetups. Ooh, that is an interesting idea. Something I don't know how that would work, but I could explore that. I'm having an issue with one of the sponsors not replying with a damaged product. If you are having an issue and you can't contact the sponsor, then you can reach out to me. Send me an email, natalie@nittynetty.com, and I will do the best that I can to get you in contact. Okay, let me see. Oh, your birthday was on Sock Week. Happy birthday. That's so fun. Okay. Do you think Twice Sheared Sheep will do another ruler next year? I don't need it, but I want another one. I don't know yet. I usually don't repeat sponsors. We did have Stitchery & Co. Stitchery & Co. did the logo last year and pins, and then this year they did sock soap, so we had them switch to a different thing. But I usually try to just bring new people into the spotlight, so I can't say for sure if that will happen. Oh my gosh, I just realized we've gone way over an hour. Wow. I made a pair of lobster socks. You should take a look. I'm sure you'll love it. Yes, I think it was really fun to have patterns this year, and something that I want to do is get our patterns and yarns early enough to allow our designers to work up in the yarns so that they really go together and everything. Every year trying to get better and better and more planned and more planned. Unrelated, have you and Kent thought of a name for your new travel channel? Yes, we have one, but I don't want to share it yet because I don't want people to find it until we're ready. So I'm not going to share. Oh, Lucy had an awesome first sock week. I'm super, super glad. Okay, last question here. If anyone has a simple sock pattern for a first-time learner, please let me know. So I'm going to recommend the Crazy Sock Lady because she has her patterns on Ravelry, so you have something written and then tutorials to go along with all of the different ways, all of the different needles that you can use for knitting. So if you're talking about knitting, I would say the Crazy Sock Lady has really, really good ones. You just ordered all of the sock rulers that were available. I'm so glad you all like those sock grillers. That's so exciting. We didn't know how that would go since they were something new for this year. So that makes me really happy that you liked them. All right, everyone. Thank you for another Sock Week in the books. We will be back for Sock Week next year in 2024. I am so looking forward to it. For now, I think we all could deserve a little rest, a little rest from our socks. Go enjoy your other projects or finish your second sock without the pressure. I hope you have a really wonderful rest of your week. All right, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.